that is corny. We need a shot.
Listen, you knew she was gonna do this.
Okay.
We're not cutting any of that, by the way.
Y'all feel that vibe?
Yeah. They need to listen to you, huh?
They do, but it's all. And that was.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rico Hundo, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm with some real dope women right now. And not only are they dope, but they're also in the business aspect. And you know me, if you know, I'm not with the whole broke women syndrome and fall in love with those. You have to have your bag right. If you're a woman or a man, I think as an adult, you should be able to adult. I think that's the best way to actually, if you're going to procreate, but raise kids, is to show that both genders or sexes are capable of demonstrating some type of leadership skills. So let's get right into it. I got the group of women from the First Ladies of Freight show, and I want them to introduce themselves, even though you may have already heard, but I want you to hear it from themselves. So let's start off with the beautiful.
What's up, you guys? This is Casey, aka the Compass Circle.
Hi guys, I'm Shanti Hoffman, aka the Socialite. No, let's do it again.
The
That was so
Socialite?
corny. That's what you
We all
called
got
me.
names
But
like
that's not- that is corny. We need a shot.
Listen, you knew she was gonna do this.
Okay.
We're not cutting any of that, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that.
Hi, I'm Shanti Hoffman.
Wait,
Oh,
what
we
happened
got
to
that one?
what happened to the social? This was the Socialite.
You really are. Just say it.
Are you a social butterfly?
Oh yeah.
Are you?
I'm that bitch.
Okay.
Period.
Like if you don't know me, then you must not be that dude.
Ooh, good thing I.
Not you.
Not you. But he doesn't know me.
This is
He know you now.
Who says who?
This is
Right.
we don't pray before we get
Right.
started.
All right, you know what? Okay.
Okay, I'm Shanti Hoffman, the Socialite.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl. I am Sheila Michelle.
All right, listen, Sheila. We're gonna go with we're gonna go with the prayer right now. I want everybody to bow their heads for about 10 seconds and let her do her due diligence for us, because we need the Lord at this very moment. She's asking for liquor, and I'm asking for God.
Wow.
No, I'm asking for both.
All right, let's go ahead and Are you gonna do it out loud?
15 seconds. Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for everyone that's represented. May we travel safely. Let this message resonate in the hearts of a large audience. And God, not only let it resonate, but let everybody execute your perfect will. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. That's
Ooh,
what I
I feel
like.
vibes.
Oh, okay.
Right. Speak
Y'all feel that vibe?
Yeah, you see? They need to listen to you, huh?
They do, but it's all good.
And that was a shot.
So speaking of traveling, they are in. You guys, or sorry, let me correct that. You ladies did fly into New York, right?
Yes.
Where else have you flown and did more podcasts?
Man, so we just did Hollywood Unlocked in LA, but you live in LA. What else we did? We did Vanessa's podcast in Atlanta. She's from Atlanta.
Another
Victoria
one in
Hills,
Atlanta.
yeah, in Atlanta. We here in New York. We have a lot more scheduled.
Few lined up in LA.
That's dope. So you're all traveling like nationwide right now.
All the time. She just got back from the Philippines,
I was
Really?
there for 10 days, so I'm exhausted.
but she's here.
I'm here. I made it.
Wait, what were you doing over there?
My mom's from Philippines. My dad's from India.
Wow.
What did you think I was? Be honest. Don't bite your teeth. Do you want to put your glasses on?
I thought that you might have been.
Hispanic?
Spanish.
You know, this gives you more yellow.
You were jaundiced. Yellow?
I would have guessed a mix of white, a bunch of different whites.
Dang.
I've never heard that.
Because it'd be like Italian,
Dang,
Irish,
I've never.
Polish,
Yeah.
you know, Czechoslovakian, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
You know what it is? Because when you said Philippines, I do see it, right? But initially, I didn't think of it. And I think it's just because you have blonde hair.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And makeup. I usually don't wear makeup.
Well,
But
that's
anyways, yes. So I was there with the family for Christmas, and I'm back.
when
and
you're
I
back.
made it.
working. So look, let's get right into it. So I know that you've been filming and you've been dropping episodes. What days do you guys drop your? What days do you ladies drop your episodes?
So our show comes out Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Roku and YouTube.
Where do you think it's easier for the people in the audience to find you?
It's definitely easier to find it on YouTube because we premiere at 8 o'clock. If you don't have Roku, like I have Roku and I still can't find it on my TV. So
Okay.
just go to YouTube, y'all.
What do they search up? Just First Ladies of Freight?
First Ladies Afraid.
First Ladies Afraid.
With a one.
With a
One.
one, yes.
So I do know that there's one missing, right?
There's actually two missing.
There's two missing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do tell.
So originally it's us three and Tiana, but Tiana caught a case and she's incarcerated. So Chloe is her replacement, but Chloe, her daughter has a cheer competition in Hawaii, so she's got to go be a mom.
Wait a minute. So you have one that's in prison.
Yeah.
4?
I ain't really too clear on what the charges are.
For alleged.
Wait,
Allegedly,
wait, does he get sentenced?
yeah.
Oh, ain't no alleged.
No, she
Right.
didn't get sentenced.
She did get sentenced.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it is?
December 20th.
Allegedly. I ain't gonna tell nobody business. Y'all gonna have to watch the show and find out.
I guess technically it could still be
Alleged.
allegedly.
Allegedly guilty?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Allegedly.
if she's contending that she's not guilty, you know,
Yeah, who am
Yeah,
I
I
to
mean,
say?
yeah.
I
So
like
it's
that.
probably safe to
That's
say.
why we call her the diplomat, because she's always very diplomatic about things.
But you guys are kind of getting into it right now, right?
Who, me, Michelle?
No, not
who?
Chloe. I mean, not Chloe. Tiana.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she likes me right now. It's all good.
Why?
So the premise of the show is we're putting together a very large expo for trucking for women of color. You've never seen women of color. If you see a woman in trucking, she looks like Large Marge, right? You never seen women that look like us. And I'm not saying we the best looking girls, y'all, but I'm just saying you don't see women who look like us typically in trucking. So we are all doing our due diligence to contribute our resources. And like, until we make money from the trucking expo, we're doing this like in good faith. So now that she is locked up, I think the expectation is like, you want to be paid, but like we're spending money to get this expo on. Haven't made it back yet. So I think she's just kind of like, you know, when you down and out, you're not thinking all the way straight all the time. So I mean, I could give her that, but
So I have a lot of questions about just the trucking industry in general. So for those of you that are interested in business, I think this is a great learning tool. Because me, I know nothing about it. All I do know is that I order things and it gets to me, right? So when you say spending on expo, how does that, I guess, business work in the sense of?
So the expo has nothing to do with our actual business. It's a event. So it's a trucking expo event. So that's what she's talking about.
Okay.
But each of us work in different aspects of the trucking industry. We can start with Sheila.
Yep. So that's a good point. It kind of starts with me, right? Because when a trucker goes on the road, that means that they have passed a DOT drug screen. They've gotten their DOT physical, and
He doesn't know what DOT
and
means.
oh yeah, you don't know.
We have
what
to
DOT
talk to him.
I don't know
like,
what anything
trucking
means.
for
Yeah,
dummies.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
DOT mean dot.
well, yeah, and it's not dot, y'all, because so many people will call me and be like, "I want to start a dot lab," and I'm like, "There's no such thing as a dot lab." But so basically, trucking falls up under FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which is a part of the Department of Transportation, right? So way back when Ronald Reagan said, hey, it's too many people getting drunk, it's too many people getting high because folks are dying, being killed. So I'm going to enact these regulations that say if you are a safety sensitive person, a truck driver, meaning that the public safety is kind of in your hands, you have to prove that you're physically fit and that you can pass a drug screen. So it all starts with me from a compliance perspective.
Okay. And then it goes to?
So Casey, because we get contracts from Casey.
yeah, I do the government contracts and I do like heavy hauls.
Oh, so you work with the feds.
Yeah, and then like also if to build this building, I mean, yeah, I'm a certified
Yeah.
government contractor. Like to build this building, it's columns and all kinds of stuff. So I would bring stuff like that in.
Okay.
And we have dirt trucks. They're called dump trucks. You might see them on like highways or buildings. So basically we help
Build also.
build.
Yeah.
And then we also have trucks that run nationwide. So basically, if I have a contract with how it like operates is once I have a driver, I send my drivers to Sheila and she tells me they're drug free, they're good to go. So after that process, they're hired on, and then we get a lot of our contracts from Casey's company, and that's how our trucks run. So let's say it's a contract with, let's say there's a hurricane in Florida and they need either dirt pickup or if there's a shortage of something for freight. I mean, it just like it's just basically like transporting. The freight gets on the truck and it gets transported to another state.
So that's really dope. So basically, you all have, this is obviously there has to be a team in every business. And it's just dope to even hear about how the ladies here just grouped up and became a team.
He want to say 3 or 4 of y'all. He's like, do I say 4? Do I say 5?
Yeah, because what does Chloe do?
Chloe
then?
does dispatching, so it's a different lane than what Casey
So once
does.
we have the contract, once we get the trucks in place, she then tells them where to go, what the pickup number is, what time to be there, blah, 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 blah.
And what about the Fed case woman?
She was actually driving her own. She was a driver.
She was a truck
She
driver?
owned her own
Yeah, she
truck.
owned her own truck,
And she
yeah.
had a fat booty. She was cute.
Lord.
She was a truck driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to drive too. I mean,
Yeah.
You drove too?
yeah, it's not uncommon for women to be drivers,
Yeah.
especially now.
Did y'all drive too?
No.
I
So you
didn't.
have like, so basically
You
what
did?
you have
I
is,
could barely drive my Rolls.
She don't even know the keys
Yeah.
to the truck.
so you have like 5 different revenue streams is really what we're saying. So I have compliance, which can be on the healthcare side as well as transportation. And then you've got the dump trucking, you've got the over the road trucking, you got the government contracts, and you got dispatching.
Where do I fit in?
You fit in right
I
here.
don't
You're on
wanna
the
go-
podcast. You're telling the world about it.
Nah,
there
she
is
said
a-
she got a Rose. I don't got a
She do.
Rose.
I
What
got
do
a
you drive?
Maybach, a Rolls,
Huh?
a Porsche, a Bentley. I could go on.
Let
Tell
them know,
the story,
Shanti.
baby.
I'm about
Let
to-
them know,
I'm about to
Shanti.
trade these mics in.
It's just that it's obviously one person can do everything, right? Like we started because me and my husband started. He got his CDL. We had a savings. We bought a truck and he drove it the first year just to get experience because he's not really a truck driver. You just got to learn your trade. And when he did it, we were like, holy shit, like it's great money. And this was in 2016 when we started. And then we just scaled up. And we actually try to do everything on our own as far as getting contracts, compliance, like, and it is so difficult. We realize like it's just so much better to outsource. You can sleep at night, you know, and I think any business outsourcing is the best way to go. So that's how it all worked out. We have in the last year scaled down for our side of the business. Theirs is like still going crazy, but with the trucks, because of the fuel has risen, right? Fuel is higher. A lot of the rates dropped.
AB5 law.
Yeah, and then we have a lot of laws in California that passed in the last year that put a lot of like trucking businesses out of business. So we decided to take our business to another state. So we're in that process. So it sucks.
So I have a question. How did y'all meet? I mean, if you were doing that, what were you and your husband, what were you doing? What were you doing before?
We were all doing our separate things, but
Yeah.
we like online. There's not that many of us that do trucking as women, and so you kind of catch wind of each other. They had an event in Cali in 2020.
But we met before that in Orlando. We did like a Zoom.
I did not meet you in the.
Oh, yeah. No, I was in Orlando, but we had a Zoom.
Yeah, we just catch wind of each other.
Yeah.
So me, her, and her husband got on a Zoom one time. They had an event. I pulled up. Me and her caught wind of it. You just kind of catch wind of each other. Like, you know other people that do podcasts. And you just kind of like, oh, okay. You can tell me. And that's how it started.
Yeah. It's like social media.
Yeah,
doing
social media.
Yeah.
So y'all got a group chat, basically.
I mean,
Oh, we
there was
definitely got a group
okay.
chat.
So you know how there's like podcast people, like like you're like the
other
popular
podcasters.
podcast people.
Yeah.
So with trucking, there's actually like a lot of us. Not a lot of us, not as far as women, but there's like a group of like the ones get into it.
Yeah, I think there's a frequency. It's almost like you kind of
Yeah, I will say
attract.
that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you attract people that's on your frequency, and
So
so
you
it's
know who's really
yeah.
getting it.
So it's kind of organic.
Okay, random question. Who's the funniest out of you three?
You.
Me.
For sure.
Shelly's
Sean-
the funniest.
Oh, not even. She don't even mean to. She's just the funniest.
Yeah. Shanti, I think, has dry humor. It's like she's just being Shanti. You know, like how she had that fur coat on, and that's gonna be such cute content, but her ass was about to fall.
Oh yeah, it's for a pic.
Definitely Shanti's
Yeah.
the funniest.
No, but I think she a fun girl. Like she just got a good heart. Like that's why I like that about you, Shanti. Like you about your business, but it's like she just got like a fun, loving heart. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll cut you in the boardroom, but then she'll be like, "Come on, let's go to the hospital."
What?
Right. Let me stitch
That's
you up.
like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but I think you both are hilarious.
She's
And
a
Chloe's
doll,
funny.
baby. Like, she's just like, wait, what?
Now Casey is the shade.
No, I don't be shady.
No. I don't mean like you be shady. I mean like you know how you remember when shade kind of first came out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Casey definitely speaks shade.
Oh, she be going.
Oh my God.
I think it's my Virgo way.
Yeah,
like,
Oh, you're a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo and I'm older, so I don't got time to be like.
You're not that much
Oh
older.
my
No,
God.
I'm older than you.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 25.
Oh
Girl,
my
all
God.
right.
So
Me
yeah.
too.
I have to. I'm just gonna tell you, like, I mean well. I love
Yeah.
them. So like anything I say is gonna be out of love. But because I say it with a straight face, it's like, oh damn, this bitch. But no, I'm just gotta say what I gotta say, and we gotta get things done. So like,
When's your birthday?
April 18.
I knew it.
Aries.
Oh my
What's
daughter, I
yours?
knew it. I'm February 9th.
Oh.
I'm an Aquarius. When's yours?
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra?
Absolutely. Can't you tell?
No, I can't.
Oh, look,
you
full
can't
blooded.
tell.
Full blooded.
They don't be balanced. Libras
Oh.
don't be balanced.
Listen, oh no, we gonna be balanced. That's one thing
Yeah, she
about
pretty
it.
even Steven.
We gonna do what it takes to get
But
balanced.
she does balance us. Like, we'll be like,
She
when we were in
does.
Atlanta, we wanted to hit the strip club. And she was like, I'm going home, guys. So we're like, all right, we'll just go to a lounge. You know, like,
she does bring it.
We'll turn it down.
yeah.
All right. So when you are all into this field, right, and you're dealing with men, why you roll your eyes?
I ain't gonna lie.
Virgos don't lie.
No,
And so
it's
when,
like we get it all the time.
when you deal with the men, like, I'm not gonna lie. When I think about the trucking industry and you ask me who's working in it, and I don't picture women working in it, that's one. And two, the type of men I picture is like overweight,
Beer bellies,
Yep.
beer bellies,
ass cracks,
smoke cigarettes,
Yep.
and have dirty fingernails.
Yeah.
Like that's like
We had our drivers in J's. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those were bonuses. So they were in Yeezys and J's. We kept them
Oh, and
fly.
J's, Jordans.
Yeah.
Oh.
They gonna eat us alive in the comments.
Wait, you kept your
FYI.
drivers in Jordans?
I mean, it's like,
You gotta
know,
pay
It's like
attention.
a uniform.
yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
gotta
It was
be
that
like,
uniform.
all
It's
of
the
our
Hoffmans.
all of our trucks were like clean, like even like our dump trucks, they were the Rolls Royce of dump trucks. They were like sparkly, they had beat.
That's
They
lit.
were, one thing we don't play about our stuff.
Yeah, about the work things. Look, but see, I think can we get into that later on?
What?
Just talking about like how people in trucking take care of themselves,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's a deep conversation.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I have a couple friends who are in the trucking industry, but I feel like they're my age, so they're younger, and they got their trucks looking like, I don't even know, like Pimp My Ride. They got all different types of stuff, and it looks dope, And
Yeah.
it's something like, I'm like, oh, I can do something like that, but the stereotype for the truckers is just not good. So, when I say how do y'all deal with that, that's what I'm really meaning is how do you deal with that stereotypical, if you did have to, stereotypical truck driver or truck driving mindset? I don't know anything about that field. So, like, did you come across men like that and have to deal with
course.
that? And how was that like?
I'll speak for me because I drove. When I first got my first truck, I did not anticipate on driving. Somebody quit in the middle of the day and I got sick of it. So I was like, I'm just going to drive my own truck. Back then, we're talking about 2005. So in my area where I'm from, it was only me and one other girl, and she lived way across the water. So when I would go to get parts, they'd be like, oh, you the girl? Like, it was a thing. Like, oh, you the girl? Like, anybody who knows me from back in the day, y'all know. I've been doing this for like 20 years. So only until recently do you start seeing like this one and that one and that one and that one. So like now, I would say in the last probably 5 to 7 maybe years, you see more women getting into dispatching and, oh, she doing this, let me go drug testing, government contracts. So now it's more prevalent. But initially, yeah, I used to get kicked off jobs.
Because you were a girl?
Because they would be trying to holler and then like, I didn't give them my number. So it's like, oh, you got to go. Or just like,
It's still a very male-dominated business.
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is.
now I'm the boss. So like, nobody kicking me nowhere. But back then, when you're trying to get on, some ugly foreman, he trying to talk to you and you don't want to give him your number. So he like, oh, you got to go. That, or like I used to beg people to teach me how to drive. They'd be like, get out of here. And then somebody taught me and I was like on the road that Monday. So
No turning backs.
yeah.
I think it depends too, like, because we all have our lanes. Like when you're like, okay, how do we kind of get into it? It's like we all are bringing like our life work to it. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't have to deal with necessarily chauvinism as much, right? So Casey does turnkey and lease on. Those trucking companies become my clients from a compliance perspective. And I don't have that dynamic, but what I do have that's stereotypical is just kind of how sometimes African Americans do business with each other. Like they do not want to pay. Like their enrollment is included, with Casey's program.
Right.
And then after that, a lot of them fall off because they don't want to pay for their compliance. They want to keep their drivers on the road, even though the drivers are prohibited. They're not sending back their paperwork. So it's more of that stuff. And I wouldn't necessarily blame that on me being a woman and dealing with them as men. Because you got probably just as many women clients as you do men. Like as authority owners, you have a lot. You have a good, but it's really just like how I feel like brown people do business with brown people. That's disheartening.
And I will say too, for me, since I've expanded, like I don't have to deal with day-to-day truckers. Like I got recruiting, I got customer service. Like I'm not taking all the calls no more.
You could be in London chilling.
Yeah, I'm not.
You just find good managers, a good team.
Yeah.
And everything is just like turnkey.
So let's turn the key and let's talk about love life.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I
Do we need to put these on now?
Yeah, let's
Y'all know I got in trouble for that trucking comment.
Now's the perfect time, darling.
All right, let's start with.
cute.
Thank you.
Wait, tell them where to get it.
So these are called the Paparazzi Collection. They do have different specific names for the one. For example, the one Shanti is wearing. I'm sorry. Yeah, Shanti.
Yes,
For the one Shanti.
not the European.
Yeah. Not all right. For the one Shanti's wearing, those are called the A-list. Yeah, and then Casey's wearing the executives, of
This
course.
is like so fitting.
So, A-list, what I got?
You got the B-roll, which is like behind the scenes.
See, it all worked out.
Yeah. So
It's kind of like when you look at it, it's not clear though.
what do you mean? Like
It's-
inside?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
It's
they're
like
polarized.
3D. Oh, they're dope.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
100% polarized.
why it's so
So
Are
that
mine? Because I'm getting.
no, you're just a Virgo, so
I'm like,
I see it.
you look at
dope.
things like that.
Oh.
No,
So it's like you just a Virgo. No, it's dope. They're dope.
No, so like because they are 100% polarized and they're FDA approved.
Okay.
So like
FDA.
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, like
Congrats.
I partnered with the optical.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Optometrist.
Optometrist. There we go.
Yeah.
And they make the lens, so they have everything certified, so that way when you do go out in the sun, they are 100% protected.
These are
Oh,
dope.
wow. That's dope.
Thank
Y'all
you.
get it. Where do people get them from?
HundoBrand.com.
Okay.
But yeah, less about that, and I appreciate that insert. Let's talk about the love life. So I kind of want to save you for last because I did hear a little bit about your situation, and I think it's very intriguing, and I don't know much, but I want to, and I think everybody will. Shanti, all right, what is you already said that you're married, right?
Yes. So 10 years we've been together, married 5 years or 6 years. 6 years coming up. We have 2 kids, a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we just have like the perfect, cute family.
That's amazing. What's his sign?
Gemini.
Good luck.
I know. We get it.
She knows. She knows.
Aries and Gemini. But I mean, honestly, like it works. We get money together. We're building our life. Right now, it's just like nonstop. Right now, we're not even working for ourselves. We're straight. We're working for our kids, so that when they are older, they're 100% good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I'm with a Gemini, so I feel your struggles,
Yikes.
and I know how to be optimistic about it.
She watching.
They're great people. I'm just messing.
I was
around.
married to one. I have to.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. Well, I'm divorced,
Okay.
so it will never happen again. But anyways, go on to her.
Well, I'm married to a Gemini.
Are you kidding me? Time out. Stop it. Stop.
Maybe
it.
I'm the
Stop.
problem.
I'm married to a Gemini, but he really could be a Taurus. You know what I mean? He's like
Oh, he's on the
20
border.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
May 23rd. Yeah. So
Damn,
he definitely Geminis. But
That's a
yeah.
perfect thing.
y'all know what that is. But yeah.
And how did you meet him?
We met at a jazz festival.
And how long was it until y'all got together, like married?
107 days. I was just right. So I have a book coming out, and I was finishing it up, and literally just like reflecting on it. Like it's a true story. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's so true. I literally like wrote in my journal, I can't wait to go out of town. I'm ready for a break. I'm ready for love. Literally. Got on the plane. God, I'm such a bowl of fun, but I really want to start to spend time with somebody else. Let me meet some good people. I wouldn't be mad if I was married this time next year. And I was thinking about that today, and I was like, I think it's the purity of heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know how Oprah talks about like she lives a life of surrender and how she got the role in Color Purple. Like it's like you gotta want it, but then you have to kind of let it go. And I literally met him the same day wearing with like fuzzy braids and a $7 dress.
Fuzzy braids.
Fuzzy braids.
Fuzzy braids.
Wait, you had the fuzzy braids?
Yeah, I had. No, I'm saying like
in between hairdos.
Yeah, in
Crazy.
between hairdos. You
What
know, because I was by myself. I was thugging it, you know. And we met. You're not very enough thugging it. We met at the elevator, and he had already seen me, but I didn't know he had seen me. So we met that Thursday. Monday, he was like, "How long you got to know somebody to marry them?" Aw. Yep. Then on his birthday, he was like, "I'm gonna get you a promise ring." This one, I'm like, okay, this boy, talking about a promise ring. What is a promise ring and a promise card? And you know, it was a time when like men were very unemotionally available. You understand what I'm saying? So I just noticed his consistency. I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm like, okay, when he gonna cut up? When the other girl gonna come in the picture? You know, whatever. But it never happened. And so we got married, and we'll be married 9 years this year. He's my best friend. He's my boo. You know, he's you know, yeah.
That's so sweet.
But I'll tell y'all, I want to share this. The biggest thing that I learned is that, because I come from like abandonment, truthfully, is when I got married, I think the problem was I kept looking for love. Right. But what I found was just really learning how to be lovable. You get the difference?
The word. Did y'all hear that?
It's a difference. And that's really what I've learned. It's just like how to be lovable. Not looking to be loved, but how to be lovable.
That's a word.
And you also have to love yourself. Man. But wait, I gotta say something. That's I just amazing. Calculated, and I've been married 8 years, together 10 years. You didn't. Maybe now I look crazy.
Y'all better get y'all story together.
Podcast.
It's a Gemini. You don't know what's going on.
8 years.
1 minute.
But yeah, but he definitely is, you know, a Gemini. But I think that and Shanti, because Casey was married, you know, she ain't married now, but she was married like
I was married for 9 years.
I mean, I think the thing about it is whatever happened yesterday. You can't get up. You can't bring that to the relationship the next day.
No, you cannot.
Wait, can you please wait?
What do you know?
I was married for 9 years. It sucked.
It's okay. It's not gonna suck next time.
What? Why did it suck?
We don't have that long. Yeah. Well, I did that shit. I married somebody who was a manic depressive, and so that's a very different obstacle to get over. It's not like, oh, you have a hard time keeping a job, or like, oh, you know you have this issue. Like when somebody's off balance mentally and they don't know it, it's like a whole nother ballgame. So
yeah. And this was my second marriage too. And in my first marriage, he told me he wasn't taking no pill to deal with me. Because when he took his pill, we got along.
Yeah, same thing.
Wait, what? Time out.
Yeah.
So your first marriage, he had what kind of pill was you talking about?
I don't know the exact pill, but it was yeah, I'm just saying like
Percocet.
When he had a prescription for something at one time. And this is no diss. I'm just stating facts right now. And when he took his pill, we got along fine. But he told me I ain't taking, because when he was cutting up, and I was like, babe, did you take your pill today? And he was like, I ain't taking no pill to deal with you.
Well, at least he went. I would not.
When he was cutting up.
That's how it be though.
Mental is real right now.
It's very real.
Yeah.
Well, I think, so I have a whole different aspect on just all of it, even manic depressive, like they say the brain is the most powerful thing, right? And I don't think people understand what that really means in whole, in entirety, because you really can think yourself into anything. Right. You can think yourself into love. You can think yourself into business. You can think yourself into a mental condition. You can think yourself into a disease, into cancer. Literally, you can legitimately control your entire, narrative of your life. Good, bad. You can make an excuse for yourself and make that excuse become real. You know what I'm saying? So I think that right now, a lot of people are using it for the worst,
Right.
rather than using it for the best. I mean, think about it. You each probably had a vision, right? And in your vision, you're like, this is what I want for myself. You wrote it down,
Yeah.
I like, so when I started the sunglass brand, it'll be a year this summer. And I literally wrote down my goal each month. And I never write down goals, right? Because I was always like, I don't need to write it down. Whatever. I wrote it down and I really focused. And then I read this book about mental force. And it really speaks that when you write something down consistently and you mentally force the universe to shape its way, however way you would like it to be. So when you wrote down that you wanted to be loved, you literally found it in 107 days, and it's lasting 9 years. It's crazy. You know how many people had terrible 107 days?
Right. You knew what you wanted.
Well, and to double back, I had written, to your point, I had written it down.
She's dying.
I had
because she don't know how it happened.
What?
I had written it down a year.
What I need?
What? You need a pill.
I had actually written it down a year and a day before. So I read this book, Mary.
366 days?
No lie. Like, no lie. So there was this book called Mary Smart. And I read the book. Not spectacular, but it was a book. And it had you write down a day. I wrote August 16, 2014. I got married August 17, 2015. And it was literally, like, even the day we got married, it was just like, he wanted me to spend the night. I was like, babe, I'm not spending the night till we get married. Like, I'm not going to spend the night till we get married. We were already engaged. He was like, okay, so let's go get married then. And we legit.
He wanted that quick.
Damn.
Right.
3 months in, fuck it.
And we went to the courthouse and got married on a Monday, like with work clothes on. But it was a year, to your point, it was a year and 1 day, and it wasn't, that's how God works.
Yeah, I agree. So let's touch base on I want to touch base on a couple of different things and aspects of the shows of the show. So I did television. I did about 5 television shows, and a lot of times what ends up happening is inside the show there's a lot of confrontation that people don't see, which kind of does make good television because you probably really are arguing when the cameras are rolling, right? I want to know, has this experience traveling, filming, and working, has that brought you ladies closer together? Is there like maybe some type of, I know that you're saying that there was already a little bit of tension between you and the other woman who has been sentenced, right?
It wasn't until she went to jail.
Okay.
Because her dynamic changed, but that don't mean our deal can't change because your dynamic changed. Like, that's just business. So I'm not gonna fold on that because something like happened. Now, if I choose to do something for you out of kindness of my heart, that's one thing. But like, you're not gonna force me to do nothing because your situation. Because I have like a lot of money out. Like, we've been doing this show for over 2 years, so I'm single-handedly funding all of this. So like, I'm not playing about my money. So, that's that.
How did you come up with, I guess, the idea or the vision on funding or getting and doing this entire production?
Funny story. So we all have platforms. We talk about that. And I put out really like high quality content. And a lot of production houses were reaching out and they were like, I want to do a show about you or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to bring you a show. We were already talking about doing a show. I already knew I was going to do a show anyway. It's talking about power of the mind, right? So I already knew that was going to happen. When they came to me, and this was like the #1 production house in the world, like they produced Kardashians, all that. I was like, I'm gonna bring you a show, and if you like it, we can partner. Brought them a show, they loved it, and they were like, we don't want to partner with you though. We only work with the best. Meanwhile, they were shopping the show all over Hollywood without my permission. So that kind of forced me to, I didn't take their deal. They came back, offered me more money. I didn't take the deal. And then I started shopping it myself. When Tiana was the countdown on her trial was going, I knew that if I didn't capture what was going on with her, I was going to lose that moment. So by her going to jail and all that kind of forced us to have to, film more. Because normally you shoot a sizzle, you shoot sizzle. By the second year, I was so tired of executives being like, oh, well, y'all need to be fighting. Oh, somebody needs to come for her then. And just like, I'm not about to get in makeup in full glam to get up here and argue with nobody. I don't do that in real life. I don't got nothing to be mad about. And I work with them in real life. Like we share clients. Just my integrity is just who I am. Like I'm never gonna do that. So I don't care if it was $100,000 an episode. I'm just not gonna do it. So I was like, I'll do it myself, and I did it, and I'm doing it. And
Here we are.
You
That's-
are doing
that's
it.
amazing.
You're doing
I give you-
it.
let's give a little clap for y'all. I like that.
Does he know that we're gonna go to? We have a billboard.
oh yeah, when we leave here, we're gonna unveil our billboard in Times Square. You're more than welcome to come if you want.
I gotta get my daughter. I would though.
Okay, well, see,
I gotta be a good man to my Gemini.
Of course.
you gotta be a good man to your Gemini.
All right, so I have one last question. All right, what's the most? And I want every one of you to answer. Let's start with Shanti.
Okay.
Damn it, you're married. And
No,
then
it don't
married
matter.
too.
So ask her.
All right.
Because I want to know too.
What's the most you spent on a man or your man?
Hey man,
Why is this a
it gotta be
question?
your man,
Nah, I'm saying like
like your dad?
your husband now,
Oh.
currently, or if there was somebody you might have cashed out
And
before.
when-
I don't,
Wop.
but no, my husband.
And
for
one,
sh-
give me both. Give me one swipe, or in total like one relationship, but not really
Okay.
like because if you've been together for 9 years and you buy 1,000,
No, I got
don't add up like
it's
that.
hard because like we buy, like we make money together. So it's like if I spend it, it's like his money or vice versa, you know? So it's kind of like,
Just give us something.
What's the best gift you got him?
Probably a card or her.
the Cuban? I don't know. Or the
How much was it?
200?
200 what, Shanti?
1,000. But I'm like, or the car. The Phantom, that was 700,000.
Boom! Y'all need to do better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Better.
What about you?
I can't remember, but I think the most memorable thing probably is I bought my husband a golf cart because we
Oh, yeah,
because we
that's
live
good.
we live in a
that's
golf.
No, that's cute.
community.
We want one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and something he's really gonna.
Yeah,
like.
something. Yeah, like for him because
That's
he's
dope.
very much into
golf.
Oh, yeah, that's-
me. Like everything is me.
Oh.
Even better. Y'all need to
Yes.
do better.
Yeah,
Y'all need to do better.
That's what I'm like. When I buy, I feel like it's for me too.
Yeah,
So it's hard.
exactly.
Like I was in that Phantom.
Let me wear the Cuban today.
Yeah, it's
Right.
right.
It's like,
It's hard to
I make
separate
sure that
it.
it's going to be cute for me too.
So do you buy gifts that you can use? Be honest.
Oh
She
yeah.
can try the Phantom. Easy.
Yeah.
I buy gifts that I can use too. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
In one,
Jewelry.
yeah, probably like 40,000.
40,000 you spent? Was it on your ex-husband?
No,
Who is it on?
my ex-boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
He got it to this day.
Right.
I
But
guess,
I mean, like, listen, I'm a lover, so when you with me, I'm with you.
Right.
Yeah,
That's how
Virgos
I
are
feel,
lovers.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
care if you mine. I'm with you, and we doing what we supposed to. You treat me right, oh, I'm gonna treat you better.
But you
So,
know what? We all of our signs are the lovers. You know that, right? The Aries, they love hard. They all loyal. The Virgos definitely. Yeah, y'all whimsical, but y'all lovers.
I'll be on my
I'll
knees
buy something
praying,
for my
like,
man
Yeah,
before I
we
buy
are
myself.
too.
you would?
Yeah. Before I buy myself something. Or from the mall, I feel guilty if I'm like, okay, let me go and get him something too. That's how I am.
All right, so let's actually get some last thoughts, right? I want each of you to tell the audience either something you learned, something you recommend, or some type of way that they can do better if they wanted to be in business or specifically in the trucking industry.
I'll go first. I had a call today with a young lady, and I will say there are so many truckless ways to make money in trucking. Like, it's almost like sometimes when I talk to people, it's like they are so hell bent on getting a truck. But if you're not tempered for the trucking journey and you ain't built like that, stay out of it. It's so many wild, high ticket ways from just processing paperwork for anybody. You know what a third party administrator is? It's Michelle knows. It's so like people don't want to do paperwork. Like if you got a daycare, my sister got a daycare, right? I keep telling her, bundle all the paperwork, bundle the whole process, and sell it to somebody for 20 grand. Somebody gonna pay you for it because people don't want to do the paperwork. You might have somebody who has the money, but they're just not really that good at comprehension and reading and writing. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. Just outsource it. So I would say bundle what you know, bundle the process, bundle the paperwork, bundle all of it and sell it for a high ticket offer. Even if you only get a couple clients a month and it's something that you can do on your own to start off, you look at it $60,000, $40,000 two clients or this podcast space. Whoever owns this, I think it's you, could bundle, you know what I mean, how to start a podcast. Give me all the lighting pack, the cameras, and that's a high ticket offer. So I'm gonna swing for the fences. I don't know about y'all. And I be hitting a lot hard. So there's that.
I'll go next. So it doesn't matter how much you make in a business if your mental health is, what's the word? If you're off balance, if you're getting stressed out, if you're getting moody towards your kids, your family, walk away and start over. There's nothing wrong with that. When the business started getting a little bit crazy, within the last year, it started getting really stressful. Like bills were coming, like we were negative. And it was really hard because we started it in 2016 and we just said let's downsize because we went from 25 trucks. So that was our baby. And we realized look, let's just start over in a different state. And that was the hardest thing because now we're but we know it. We know what to do. But now we have to start from the ground up. And we're at the most peace we've ever been. So it's okay. And it's okay. I think in our generation right now, people are so scared to start from the bottom, right? People rather just be a bum than go get a job at Chick-fil-A. There's nothing wrong. I think that our society is so concerned of what people think about them. Go get a job at the mall. There's nothing wrong with that. Who cares if you're 20 years old or 30 years old? It's okay to keep starting over. That's what I think, right? You got to do what you got to do.
Still
Like that.
I like it a lot.
So I'm gonna just piggyback off what both of them said and take it one point further. So as it relates to bundling things, I think you got to figure out what you're good at and stand on it, right? So I would just literally, when I got on Instagram, I took a piece of paper, I drew a line down the middle, I wrote what I was exceptional at personally, what I was exceptional at professionally, and literally made a bio link from those things, from what people would pay me for. So I think that's a good exercise to figure out how to scale yourself, right? Because you are the bag, right? And I think to Shanti's point, especially, I'm gonna stick with in the Brown community because I talk to a lot of folks as a coach. Your money is gonna correlate with your mind. There is no way you got a big mindset and you don't have no money. It's just not happening. And when I say money, it may not be liquid, right? But there is no way that you're thinking big and you're not doing big. So if you're not doing it big right now, then you need to check your mindset.
That's dope.
Right.
I love that. Well, I want to say thank y'all for coming through. I would definitely had a great time talking with all three of you ladies, and I wish you nothing but more success than you've already had. So for those of you that don't know where to find it, you go on YouTube or go on Roku and just type in First Ladies of Freight. And then you'll be able to see some dope action from these great women. It's been great. I'll see y'all next time on the Hundo Show.